Okay, so we are back. Let me check real quick that everything is okay, and we will start with everything. So yeah, so this is a trailering strategy. I have some notes here in Spanish. So basically, the trailering strategy, which I have here, tries to go to past prices, but the problem is that it has a trailering offset. That means that the strategy is run 24 times. You've got 24 strategies running in parallel, and that's a lot, and we want only one strategy. So in order to do so, we are going to use arrays. Okay, so I have an idea of what I want to do, so let's write it down here. So the idea is that every variable that depends on the offset value, on the trailering offset value, okay, I need some music, please bear with me. Let's have some music as a background, so this is a bit better. One moment, please. Okay. So, I have music in the background. So, every variable that depends on the trailering offset value goes onto the a status type array. So this is the main idea, so that way we can save the data. That's it. Then the other thing that we want to do is take profit is median value of all of the, I'm sure if median mean, it's median value of all of the take profits. And you also need a minimum of 5 triggers for the trade to be run. Okay, that way we avoid problems, and then optionally ignore some trades that are run up to some specific hours. Then we can do something like ignore some trades that are run at some specific hours. No, wait a moment. Music is too loud. I cannot. Okay, now. So, ignore some trades that are run on some specific hours. Okay, this is nice. You also need a minimum of 5 triggers for the trade to be run. Ignore some trades that are run on some specific hours. Yeah, and more stuff that that we can have here. Depends on this. So well, yeah, the other change that we want is we no longer use BTC 1 hour, but these things, which is SATS USDT 15 minutes. Okay, because I have checked and it's better with this, but we will see. And change the way. We also need to do change the risk management settings to match one single strategy instead of 24. Okay, so this is more or less what we want to do with this squash version. Okay, so this is squash version. Squash version part 2 if you want. Part 1 is in Spanish, the other one is English. So this is what we want to do. Okay, take profit, then we can ignore depending on the hours, change the risk management, then I will change. So this is optionally, and then we have the future, which is let me see. The future is use different backend than the deprecated signaling one. Okay, because right now this doesn't work. We need to use something else. Okay, so right now we're going to work on the status type array. So you are going to be able to see how arrays are being used here thanks to a new status type. So this is going to be a trailering status array with all of the stuff that trailering needs to have, and that's what we are going to save here, so that it's easier to work with all of this. Okay, I don't see any questions. Let me see if there's anything in Discord. No. Okay. Okay, so YouTube has one user, one viewer, which is myself. This is very sad. I don't know. Let me see. Trading view. Yeah, trading view is the same thing. I'm the only one here. Anyway, let's do it. So we need to have an status. Okay, so going to take a look at another status, another array that I have around here to see how it's done. And yeah, so I have already started to work on this. So I already have this J2. I have long only, so that all of the trades are on the same place. So let me write it down. So this is long only and strict mode. Long strict mode, which means that if there's an advice of going short, we ignore it. We just keep going on with our long trades. That way it's easier to work with this. Later on we can work with also long and short, but then I don't know if it's going to be easy or not. So once we work with all of the inputs, what we are going to do here is work with this type, which, wait a moment, this type, well, this type is related to trailering substrategy, which is somewhere volatility, RSI, and so on. One of the look at this trailering, it should start here, but the problem is that this status has more stuff than you actually think it has, so it might have some stuff which depends on this, but I'm not sure what exactly that it is. But here you can see on time stop interval, other, okay, you can see here stop loss, which is something that we might be using later on to decide which is the actual stop loss. So I think that what we want to do is define this type here, and then later on, if we want, we will try to define it elsewhere. Okay, so this is going to be type trailering status. Okay, now we're going to save here whatever it's needed. So yeah, so what I'm going to do here on the top, I'm going to take a look here so that I can write whatever it's needed to save all of this data, and then we will see how it goes. Okay, the other setting that it's interesting to know is the trailing offset, which is the one that decides the different sub-strategies. Okay, so let's do it. So let's find anything that depends on this offset. Okay, look at this. We have this trailering both, which depends on the trailering offset. Actually, this depends on trailering ATR is possible. Wait a moment. Yeah, so this function here, this trailering both, depends on the rear trailering offset. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to save this into the status. That's what I'm going to do, so that we can wait a moment. Bring both false. Wait a moment. So if you want to trade this, it needs to be this equals 0, otherwise we are not going to trigger. Wait a moment. So this is saying when we want to trigger this based on the current offset and the current period. So what we actually want to do here is, wait a moment. So depending on this value, we reset the variables, and we want to reset those variables. So we want to reset these variables for each one of the values that we have here. I mean, not for all of them, but only for the ones that are here. So wait a moment, I'm not sure I have done this properly. Because one thing is when you reset the stuff. Okay. You are inside the position. Okay. Very confused here. Okay, so here we have triggering offset. So what we want to do is that each time that the triggering offset matches the triggering period with a difference of 0, then it means that we want to trigger. But what we want to trigger? We want to trigger started doing stuff. No, we don't want to trigger the trade. However, let me see. What the hell is this? Here you can see how the triggering long is done. It's inside the position, it's raised, and so on. So it has nothing to do with this. What the hell is this? It has nothing to do with triggering both, which I cannot find again. Reset. Beer triggering both. So if it's virtual, it means that we are talking about, okay, so if this is virtual, it means that we're talking about starting to take profit and so on, which we want to save each one of them on the exact place. So this is one thing that depends on the trading offset. So we want to save it so that it's not lost. That's right, we want to save it so that it's not lost, so that later on when we want to check if we are inside the position or whatever, we have to take a look at here. So it's quite confusing. So beer variables should be run only if the offset matches, and then saved onto the array. Then the rest of variables should be run always for each one of the components of the array. Something like this, okay? Okay, so let's focus on this trailering path thing, which is here. Let's see how we do this. So if we want to save this until the actual trailering period, so let's have here this bool variable, okay, and then we also need an array of this, which is going to be wait a moment, this is being reset each one of the times this is run, so I'm not sure this is needed at all. Let me see. So this is reset each time this is run, so it does not depend on a previous value. So if it does not depend on a previous value, there is no need to trailing ATR is possible. There is no need to save it, isn't it? Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we are not going to use this here. We're going to check this trailering path. It's going to be here. Okay, so what more do we have here? Please wait a moment. Okay, so we are back. So this variable does not depend on a previous value, so we should leave it like this, and it's true that other stuff will depend on this, but we don't care. So when this is 0, it affects only our current strategy, our current sub-strategy, so we are okay with this. So Beard long maximum profit excursion, which is here, is based on this, which is based on this, and wait a moment. I mean, all of these variables, if I'm not mistaken, depend on the something else. Okay, I'm not sure how to do this, but so we are going to do it the other way around to see if it's easier. Okay, So look at this. So trailering long is what we do in order to trigger. Okay, we also have this volume, but we don't care about this volume right now. This volume bounds long and short, we don't care too much about this. What we care about is about the trailering long. Okay, so let's go step by step. Inside a position, are we inside a position or not? So if we are inside a position, this is something that happens always, and this depends on the super strategy. Okay, so that means if this depends on the super strategy, because this is bar, this depends on the super strategy, and I'm quite confident because you can see here how beard long take profit is reached and so on. This depends on the strategy. So where the hell are you? Beard inside the position depends on the strategy. So we want to save it here. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a Boolean value. Let's take a look. Look at that. This is a Boolean value. Okay, nice. And then the other thing we want to do is to have a bar. We want to have an array, which I'm going to search somewhere. We want to have an array. Wait a minute, where the hell is this? Look at this. So we want to have an array which is going to be, trader in status type, and this is going to be trader in status equals array dot new trader in status type. Okay, like this. Nice. So let's see how we do this properly. So what do we want? What you want to do is so here we have this thing which says that by default this is false, but then you've got whatever. So if this is false by default, we're going to say that this is false also by default. That way we work the same way. Okay, so now what we want to do is trader in status. Where the hell is this? Wait, this is an array of new trader in step. Yeah, wait a moment. How the hell do we add the stuff here so that it does not make sense? Array.new. Can we have a number of them or not? That way. Okay, so array new type. Look at that. I can have size and initial value. Which initial value with no. Default is NA. Okay. So size should be 24, which is whatever we have here, which is trailing period, is 24. This is the size that we have, what we want here. Okay, so that way everything is reset properly, and the beard inside the position which we were working here. So what we do is just says that when we first start here, we're going to say, wait a moment, I'm going to say terrain status array. So we have 24 of them. Wait a minute. How the hell do I modify one of this? So I know what I want to do, but I mean, I don't want to modify this, I just want to read it. So if I want to read an array, I've got array cat. Okay, so array cat. Let me see. Array cat. I want to read from this array, and I want to read at the position which is the offset which we are working right now, which is, wait a minute. Okay, so we need another variable which is running offset, which I didn't realize till now. So the running offset is this thing here that we have here. This one here, this is the running offset. Okay, so this is, let's put it here. So this is running offset. Okay, so it's bar index plus the trailing offset that we have set. Wait a moment. No. So the running offset is whatever bar index we have, and then trailing period. Yeah, that's right. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3 till 23. Okay, so that means, are we doing this or that? So what we're doing here is trailing offset. Yeah, I mean, wait a moment. This trailing path. Yeah, basically we don't need this because we don't want to be dependent on the offset. We want the running offset is the one that tell us which is the current offset that we should be taking a look at. And so let me see. So yeah, this was around here. Now I cannot find what I was trying to do. So this is the running offset. Okay, running offset means that it's the current offset that we are working on. And so when we save a stat, okay, here it is. When we save a stat in the train status, which is here, the array. Okay. So when we save stuff here, we want to know which is the offset, which is the index where we are working on, and this is done with the running offset. So that means that here we get the train status running offset. Okay, and then out of this type we get inside the position value, which we have saved before. So built inside the position is going to take this value here. Okay, that's it. So this is what we're going to do, and this is a definition. I mean, this is a change. So this is what we are going to do. So from the trainer status, you've run in offset. Okay, you get the beard inside the position that we had earlier. Okay, so that you can work with this all along with whatever we had here, because this is a bar. Okay, and then we need to save this value again, which I'm not sure if I can do it at the very end of the script or if it does not go there anywhere else, but I think it does. So basically what we want to do is having where the hell are you? So it's really long, not this one. Running offset. So what we want to do, what the hell, have we done this properly? So this is not dependent on this, but then we have actually, one second, I'm a bit confused here. Train offset, yeah. Okay, this is what I was searching. Okay, so here you have the status type. So training status also, it's interesting. So training status, we have used it here. Okay, here it is. We have used it here. And now we want to do the same way, the same thing the other way, which I'm not sure if it's going to be easy to do, but let's try to do it. So what you want to do here is the other way around. So let's see if array.set exists. Set, do we have set? Yeah, id index values, so it should be quite easy to do. The problem is the value, new value to be set, and that's going to be quite complex to do. I mean, Okay, let's do this the other way around, which is so this is going to be updated current trading status. Okay, this is going to be a new type, which I'm not sure we have. We have an example on how you declare this, because I don't remember. So this is type bar, but then how do you use it so that you have box.new? So do we have bar.new? Yeah, so we have bar.new. So this means that we're gonna have something like .new. Okay, so we have a variable here. Then we can get this, which is give me whatever is the trading status running offset value, give me it and put it onto our update current trading status thing. Okay, so do changes onto this thing here, and then we're going to save this again, which is what I was trying to do. So array, wait a minute, so this is array set trading status with a running offset, and then what's the value? So the value is this thing here, which is the updated current trading status. Okay, and this is array set. That's it. So first of all, we get the trading status from the running offset. We put it here, we do some changes, and then we update the trading status so that we have something else. Okay, so yeah, so here I'm going to do some changes here, which is going to be I have this value which is buried inside the position. Okay, and then I'm going to put here buried inside the position variable, which is the same name, I guess. Let me see. Buried inside the position. Yeah, look at that. So whatever bit inside the position has been modified, we save it again here, and then we save it into the array in the running offset slot. Okay, yeah, so this is what we want to do. Okay, let me see. Do we have any comments? No. Okay, we have 2 viewers in YouTube. That's nice to have. So, hey, hi Rohan. I am calling in PineScript, which is a trading view exclusive language. So yeah, so this is the type, we get it here, we update this variable and we save it, and here I'm fine with this. So we need to work on with the rest of variables that we need to save here. You can make more questions, Rohan, if you want to. I'm quite bored, if I'm being honest. So, built inside the position. Yeah, CPP, I guess, C++. Yeah, that's right. So, in trading, you usually use Python because they have pandas for using a lot of data from the exchanges, from the how the hell do you call, you know, this data here, this you have here, open, high, low, and close, open, high, low, and close values. These are served as array pandas in Python, and that's what usually it's used. But yes, I am calling a trading strategy. That's right. That's called a return. Here are the details that I was saying before, but this is the strategy. Going to write it down. The strategy is a return to the mean strategy. It means more or less that you trust that the price is going to go back to an order price after a sudden movement. Okay. Okay, so Rohan says that he has some friends who are working in high frequency trading firms who create trading strategy for investors like you towards research and Jane Street. Yeah, that's right, but this is more amateur. I cannot run high frequency trades. So Binance has just high fees that it's not worth for a regular person to run high frequency trades because they are not long enough to cover the fees. Okay, that's why I'm not working on this. Okay, nice. Thank you, Rohan. So here you can learn PineScript arrays based on types and so on. So the idea is that that you have the TradingView. It's a platform that lets you check charts and so on, and you've got these alarms here, these alerts that are run when something happens, and so you can pay for TradingView account so that you can send alerts, and that way you can connect to another system that then talks to your broker or to your crypto exchange. So in order to write alerts, you have this PineScript language, which, look at this, strategy exit. So you're saying that you want to exit the strategy, and then whatever you write in other message is whatever you send with a webhook from Spain. So yeah, so here we have updated this data. Hola. Hello. And now we're going to check another variable, which is beard short take profit is reach. Or maybe we should check these variables which are dependent on. So beard inside the position, do we modify it thanks to other variables? Let me see. Look at this. So beard inside the position is being modified by beard long take profit is reach, which I know it's dependent on the wait a moment, so I'm not sure I'm doing this right. This variable is dependent on the offset, so problem is I want to run 24 strategies at the same time, so it's quite complex to know how to translate this into one single strategy with those arrays. So the only thing that depends on, let me see. The only thing that depends on the beard triggering period is this beard triggering both, I think. Let me check real quick. Yeah, because the only thing that depends on this, on this offset is the actual beard triggering both, which is reset each time and makes you want to reset these variables. But in any case, you want to run this strategy always, so we don't want to update this array. We don't want to update, what the hell is the array? We don't want to update this triggering status array only for the running offset, which is nice to know which is the running offset, but you know, if we are always running this or the 424 sub strategies running offsets, we don't care about it. So I don't think we need the running offset. So we should remove all of this, maybe. I'm not sure about this. So I need a way of saving all of this data, of running all of this data for the 24 strategy, which was my first approach for all of this. So this is more complex than I thought then, but it's we already have this type and this array. So what we want to do is we want to do a function, because otherwise this is not going to work properly. Yeah, what do you want to achieve with this strategy? So it's what the hell is this? So it's something like this. How the hell was this? So the strategy is something like wait a moment please. The strategy what the strategy actually does, I have already explained this in all the videos, but let's see if I can try to explain. So the strategy does something like this. So it has an ATR which moves like this. I mean an ATR, I'm not sure what the hell it is, but it has something that if you don't have a lot of movements, I have this value that keeps growing to the top, and this value that keeps growing to the bottom, depending on the values going up or going down. But if suddenly this get cut, you can see how here this is get cut, then I say that here I want to long because this is getting cut. Okay, so I long here, and I want to achieve, wait a moment, so what I want to achieve is this. So I have I want to achieve an order value which is something like this. So if I start, okay, let's suppose, how the hell I do this, let's suppose that I start here. Okay, do you use Twitter? No, I don't use Twitter. So if I start here on this point here, okay, I open this stuff and this stuff here, I open it from here and I open it from here, and let's suppose that this is breaking here, then I do a take profit which aims the start. Okay, so what we are aiming is here, which is where the trade, where we started. Okay, so this is number 0. So when number 0 is broken, I aim this, and the stop loss is double. So you've got 24 candles to reach the take profit. And so we can also start from here if you want. Okay, let me see if I can use another color. So now let's use blue. Now let's suppose that you don't start from here, which is 0, but you start from here. Okay, and you also do the same thing. Wait a moment, you also do the same thing, and maybe it has broken here, so the long position is going to be not here but here, because it has broken, and the take profit is going to aim at here. Okay, maybe so this is more or less the idea. Yeah, maybe showing so many that it makes complex. So you have one trade that matches the blue lines, which is number 1, and you've got another trade which matches the other one, which is number 2. I'm not saying this right, but the idea is that this is number 1, and this one here is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4, and so this one is number 5, and so on. So for each one of the candles, I've got an opening trailery, which I call, which is sort of a take profit. Try to try to have a stop loss and take profit at the same time, and see when it get reached. And if there's a sudden movement, I know that it's a sudden movement, and then I do the trade for 1, for 2, for 3 in different strategies that I run in parallel. So those strategies are run in parallel. Okay. Let's see if I can remove this. Okay. So this, sorry. So these strategies are run in parallel, and I don't want to run them in parallel. I mean, yes, I want, but I only want one strategy. So I need to save the values for each one of the strategies into an array, and that's what I'm doing here. So whatever is here, which is bar, which it's useful for the trailering part of the strategy, I need to save into a variable, and then I need to loop on each one of them so that I can do this properly, and that's what I want to do. So let's try to do it somehow. Okay, let's see. So remove offsets. So we have not saved anything yet, but the let me see. So right now what we have done here, so we have added this type which only has one value, then we have an array of 24 of these types which are going to save the variables that have each one of the super strategies. Then we have added this running offset, which I'm not sure it's useful, not right now. Then we have said that build trailing both should not be dependent on the trailing period, although it should be. Yeah, then we have tried to set this build inside the position from the array, and then try to update the array here on the top. So try to update the array so that it has the actual value when it has been changed. So I don't think this is a good approach, so let's remove some stuff. So the running offset, I don't think we need the running offset, because this is not something that we are going to use, because we are always going to have all of the strategies working on at the same time. Okay, then do changes stuff onto track. What the hell, why do we have a space here? Do change. Okay, then yeah, you can have it. Let me you've got, what the hell is this? You've got the latest version here, so it's J2, just more or less what we're doing here. Let me see. I always put the trailer in J squash. I always put the source code when I finish, because this is not the latest version. So you've got here the URL in the chat of the YouTube chat. If anyone in TradingView wants to see it, you can ask it on the and so yeah. So but this is improvement after improvement. This depends on a library in order to have signally trades which no longer work, because signally used to have a backend and now it doesn't not have it. So let me see, what do we have here now? So trailing bots should have the trailing offset, but trailing offset, okay, this is going to be a okay, so trailing offset, so this is going to be not a variable but something else, because we are going to loop this. So this is going to be on the yeah, okay, so this, wait a moment, this is going to be on the, what the hell are you? So I want to keep using the virtual trailing offset because it makes sense to me, but this is going to be a variable which is going to change for each one of the 24 sub strategies. So let me see. Look at that. Now we don't have a pair trailing offset. We only have this. So what I want to do, okay, because I have to save changes, otherwise this is going to be confusing. So this I want to have it here, and so this period inside the position array get, I don't want this, so let me remove it just real quick. And then this code at the end, I don't want it, although it's a good idea of what I want to do. So I'm going to save it somewhere. So let me copy this somewhere else, just in case it's useful later on. Okay, now let's see how hit diff is working with all of this. Damn it, damn it. Now does it like it? What the hell I'm supposed to do here? Minus plus. Bullshit. Okay, so let's add this manually. So hit add minus e trailering j squash. So let's save, I mean not this. Nothing else. So this is going to be, trailering status array draft. Okay. Okay, so I have sent a link and then run has gone to read it or something. He no longer says anything. Okay, so train status array draft. So right now I have this train offset, which I want to comment. Let me copy this again in order to have it somewhere else. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to restore this so that I don't have any stuff that I don't want to have. This is going to reload, and I'm going to find that everything, I have lost everything. So trailing offset, we're going to find and replace everything here. Let's see, train offset, and it's not going to be an input, but it's going to be a variable which we are going to use. I mean, this is going to be a p, which is a parameter. Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be a parameter. Oh, that's it. We no longer have it. Okay, so this is going to be a parameter. So, what the hell I was saying. So now we have this P staff, which I guess is useful to have. So we can save this. I didn't want to do this like this, but so what the hell is this? So Terraria is now a parameter. And so this is not going to build because we are missing the parameter. But so what we actually want to do is to have a function that returns a lot of variables that need to be saved for each one of the strategies. So let's see how we do this properly. So this is going to be 999 or whatever, but this needs to be used on a function, which it's going to say if we are inside the position or not, if this is reached, and which is the beer position price, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let me write this down. So we need a function that, given a p, which is a parameter name that we have just renamed. Yeah, p training offset. We need a function that, given this and a lot of other variables, it returns the way we could say that we want trailing long and trailing short, which for each one of them, isn't it? I mean, bird and sight position, be short take the first reached, close. I mean, what do I want to return? Trailing long or all of this stuff that we have here? Trailing long. Yeah, trailing long and trailing short. Why not? And many other variables which are updated. Yeah, so this is more or less what we want to do. So let me see. Where the hell do we set this variable then? So Rohan has gone away because maybe he has seen so many lines. You don't need to have so many lines in order to write a trading view strategy. PineScript, script or whatever, you know. It's just that I need it to be like this. Okay, so beer trots right in position. So this is going to be F get trailering data. And if I'm not mistaken, what you want to do is something like this, and then you just think functions do not need to specify the type, or maybe they don't do. No, they don't need to specify the type. Trailing ATR is possible. Yeah, that's something that it's for everything. So in theory, in theory, we should be able to do something like let me see. We should be able to say something like this. What the hell are you? So something like, I mean, actually, if you think about it, we don't need any of this here, but you know, So let me see. So for each one of these, we can have this thing here. Virtual position is reached. Pair position price. Yeah, and the long one also. Something like this, so we can have something like this. So usually what we do is something like this, you know, TMP. I mean, for 0 to, so for P position, how the hell do you do a for with PineScript? So they are changing bin. For counter equals 0 to 23, then we're going to do some stuff, which is call to this get training data, which is going to position. Wait a minute. So for this training offset, we are going to check for this training data, which is going to return all of this, and also we are going to save training data TMP, let's say, and TMP, okay, because so what we want to do is, once you've got this data, we want to save it here, but before doing that, I think we can have something like this. Let's see. So this is false, this is false, and then what we want is something like this, false and false, which is to do count and to do count. Okay, so we want to have this stuff calculated here because it's easier than what you did before, and then you want to save it onto our status array. So this is everything that we get from this training data, and so once we have it, you save into array, save into status array, which is not, where the hell is status array? Status array, yeah, we have created new status array, but here it is. So trailer status array, save into a status array, begin and end. Okay, let's see if there's anything. No comments on YouTube, and not comments on TradingView, but now YouTube have 3 users watching this, which is really nice. You can comment on the chat so that we can talk a bit if you want to. So save into training status. Yeah, so what we want to do is, once you've got all of these variables, you want to save them into training status. Okay, and you also want to read from trailing status and read from trailing status. Okay, so you want to read the variables so that you can put them here as inputs, and then you save it into the training status, and then you decide what to do with this. And what you actually do is save into trailing status trailing decisions, which is being long TMP and long short. Okay, so we want to save this here. So this is I mean, this is nice, you know what I mean. So first of all, we read everything that we need as inputs, we put it here as inputs, function does whatever it needs to do, and then whatever it returns, which is here, we might have more variables to return. So every variable which is var we need to return, we save it into training status, and then we say, oh, we need long or we need short, and then we save it in here. And then we need to count. Okay, so we count reading from trailing status. Okay, that's how we count if we want to actually go long or not, go short or not, and so on. And that's it. So now what we actually need to do is have a variable, wait a minute, have a function which is get trailing data, which is here, which we want everything from here to be saved there. And then later on maybe we want to save more stuff, but we will see how we do it. But we want to save more stuff probably onto this status so that we can read it from here. So let's try to do this properly. So everything that we have here needs to be inside of the function. Yeah, that's right. Where the hell the function? Yeah, look at that. The function starts here because it's where everything starts. Okay. So yeah, look at that. So you have these TMPs which are used to read this decision of going long or short, which then we save here, and then we decide to count the stuff. So we're going to save this, I mean everything, So this is going to be get trailer in that so this is new function draft. Okay, so now I need to go, but I might be online later on to continue working on this. Yeah, so we need to convert all of this code which is here from here to here as a function, and then check every one of the variables that we have here. So if we have a bar variable, we need to save it into the array, so it needs to be a parameter, an input parameter and an output parameter that I want to save on the outside, so that I can save it onto the array, because I don't want the function to be working with all of the arrays and so on. So what I mean is that I want everything related to array, I want to have it here, so that it's much cleaner. So when you check the function, you see what the hell is done, and here you have whatever you need to do with 0 to 23, which is, this is actually the period -1. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do it, but let's try it. Where the hell is this 24? Probably at the very end. Wait for it. Here it is, trailering period. So what you actually want is trailering period -1. I'm not sure if we are allowed to do this, but we will try. So maybe I can amend this last commit. Yeah, let's amend this. Okay, so yeah, so this is it. We're going to have a part 22 later on, and I will try to put this into a function. Then I will try to work around different variables and so on to see how the hell are they supposed to be, and let's try to see how everything of this goes on. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.